name is Diego Franco Permansu. I'm from Mexico. I've been living in Victoria for 4 years now. And I'm a professional mountain bike instructor, and that's what I do for a living. I basically ride bikes for a living. I'm like so happy about that. I think I started doing mountain biking when I was like 6 or 7 years old. My dad introduced me to the sport, and at first I didn't really like it. I was doing it mostly because he wanted me to do something, but then I kind of just learned to enjoy it.
Okay. Next question. Why did you start?
So okay, so the reason why I started is because my dad kind of pushed me to pursue a sport, a discipline. And I actually tried many sports. I tried gymnastics, I tried soccer, I tried taekwondo, but none of those really stick. And it was mountain biking, the one that I found more fun. And I just like started pursuing it for myself when I was like, I think 16 years old. So it was a lot of time that I was just doing it because my dad kept me into the sport. But then I learned to enjoy it, and I really love it. I love it right now. No, I didn't actually have like a figure actually. So my motivation was my dad at the beginning, like purely, and it was not really motivation. It was like the I have to do it because my dad is telling me to. But then when I grew up and I started like watching the sport of my own, and when started watching the sport on my own, I started like following some figures, and the ones I respect the most, like admire the most right now, are two riders. They are like actually female cross country riders. Their names are Jolanda Neff and Pauline Ferrand Prevot. She's French. Sorry if I didn't spell the name correctly, but yeah, those are the two riders I like admire the most. Yeah. So yeah, there's actually a really big difference. When I started doing mountain biking in Mexico, the only like the only discipline available at the time was cross country, and cross country is like going on a loop or like going to point, and it's all about going uphill and downhill. So everything counts in there. So it's a like pretty straightforward race. And later on, some other disciplines were introduced in Mexico. Downhill, I think, was the first one to be introduced after cross country, and that's all about the downhill. And the terrain is also like very different. Mexico is very dry. Where I grew up, it's like it's a forest, but it's like a very different kind of forest. It's dry most of the year, so the trails are very dusty, and it's like riding on the sand a lot of the time. And Canada is just it has so much different type of trails and type of terrain. Here you can have dry and dusty in the summer, then you can have like very wet and muddy in the winter, then you get like perfect riding conditions on the spring and the fall, and you can find all different levels of trails over here. You can find really easy ones, really hard ones. In Mexico, well, where I grew up, there's like very limited number of trails, so you only have like two easy options, two like intermediate options, and like one or two as well like hard options, and that's it. And here you have like a million of hundreds of possibilities. So yeah, there's a really big difference between the riding in Mexico and riding here. So the Pacific Northwest and especially BC, it's where everyone wants to be mountain bike wise. Like BC has the best trails in the world. So I compete in like three different disciplines. Two of them are considered like mountain biking, and one of them is not mountain biking. So cross country, it's my main discipline, and it's the one that I've been doing for years. And this year I'm gonna be doing enduro, which is gonna be new for me. And I also do cyclocross, which is not mountain biking. It's technically considered a winter sport, and it's really fun. Like it's not well known outside the like the Pacific Northwest, I think, or like outside Canada. So it's basically take a road bike, put tires with like knobs on it, like kind of skinny mountain bike tires on a road bike, and go ride in a muddy park, like in the grass, in the sun, in the snow, and at obstacles. So that's what cyclocross is, and that's a sport that I do on the fall, the discipline that I do on the fall. So for me, spring is all about cross country. Summer is all about, well, it will be all about enduro, and the fall is gonna be all about cyclocross. Actually, I already have everything in my calendar. So my first race starts in like a little bit more. Like on a week and a half. No, sorry. My first race starts on March 19th. It's gonna be cross country, and after that, next weekend I have another race. Then I have a break of 2 weekends, another race, then a break of 1 weekend, and the rest is gonna be like racing like consistently to like the end of May, and that's gonna be for cross country. There's another big race that I want to do in the summer. That's the BCBR cross country as well. I'm still not sure about that. I have to like find some support to get the inscription for that one. And also for now, I have another race like on September. There's gonna be either the cross country marathon championships in Whitehorse in the Yukon. So that's what I have for cross country. And for enduro, I have the Island Cup series, and they are like scattered on the year. The first one is actually in April, like at the end of April. Then we have one of May. Then we have another one in June and July. So it's basically like one per month. And I'm not sure which ones I'm gonna be racing, but I think I'm gonna start with one of two. I haven't picked them yet. Probably I'll do the BCBR because it's a 7 day race, so it's gonna get me like most of riding in like one event, and it's cross country. And like because I haven't raced enduro, I don't know how fun this is gonna be. So the only thing that I know is cross country. So that's what I will choose. Cross country. Cross country. It's a very classic race. So it's basically you start with a bunch of people, and the first one to get to the finish line, either if it's like a point A to point B or like a bunch of laps, wins. So like classic race. Enduro is very different. So in enduro you have stages on a race, and each stage is a section of downhill, pretty much. And you have a limited time to finish the race, but it doesn't matter how long it's going to take you. What it matters is how fast you go down the hill, like pretty much in the downhill sections. So they start timing you at the start of the downhill. They stop timing you like at the bottom of the downhill, and they add up your time of all the stages. And at the end of the day, the person who has the fastest time is the one who wins. Yeah. So I'm a professional mountain bike instructor. That means that I give lessons to kids, teenagers, and adults. And also, I'm gonna be starting doing like some guided tours this year or maybe next year. I know that's still like something that it's on the work. And yeah, so basically what I do is just like take kids, teenagers, and adults for mountain bike rides, teach them how to ride their bike, how to feel more comfortable on the bike, gain more confidence so they can like ride faster, ride harder stuff, but overall so they can have more fun on the bike. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Okay, so yeah, that's a good question. The answer from that question has changed in the last couple months. Um, so right now I'm focused on building my coaching career pretty much. So I want to be able to sustain myself as a coach, like make a living out as a coach. Right now, I find it like quite hard. So I want to focus on my certifications, and I want to focus on building my image so I can get more clients. So basically, I'm betting all on my coaching career. And I'm gonna keep racing, but I'm gonna be doing that just more for fun, more like as a profession. So so yeah, it's like I don't know. Basically, I'm betting off on my mountain biking coach career. Yeah. So first of all, get your certifications, and that's gonna teach you a lot about what the industry is like, and also it's gonna make you a better writer. Even if you don't end up being a coach, that's gonna teach you a lot about your writing and how to learn to become a better writer. So that's the first thing that I will say. Just like get a certification, like dip your toes on the water, see how it feels like, see if that's what you want, and contact a mountain biking school and start doing some shadowing or some like um yes, like some coaching with them. Start like slowly, see if that's what you really want. And yes, so work slowly towards like building your curriculum, your resume, and getting more certifications pretty much. But yeah, it's like a really rewarding profession. um yeah, just like helping the people to feel more comfortable on the bikes, see their faces when they are like able to write something that they didn't think were able to. It's like priceless, so it's really rewarding. So my advice, like in a nutshell, is start little by little, see if that's something that you like to do like full time, and work your way up to having like a full schedule coaching, but it's gonna take time. Yeah, so like actually he's like super fast on his edits. So if I send him like a couple notes in within like 1 or 2 days, he has something ready for me. So that's really nice. I'm actually like the slow one to respond, but it's been like really good working with Alex. Really fast, really creative. I like the stuff that he's doing, and I think he's like very capable on doing like more complex stuff on the website that we're gonna need later for the sales part of my website. Um, but yeah, loving his work so far, and yeah, all the interaction with the Jack Robin team has been really good, very supportive, giving me really good ideas, not just like the website. They like, well, you as well has been like giving me good ideas on um, how to build a strategy to like grow a business, and that's priceless. It's just, it's not just you get a website, it's so much more than that. And yeah, it feels like a very supported process. It's not just like a product that you're getting so much more, so it's totally worth it. Okay, thank you so much for watching. It's been great having you here, guys, and I'm happy that you heard a little bit of my story. Make sure to follow Jack Rabbit, and yeah, check them out, they're awesome.